Donald Trump has reduced our once proud national guard to picking up trash in Washington, D.C. This is how he is deploying our military forces, turning them into props for his performative display of authoritarianism. Meanwhile, Donald Trump is plastering enormous sign with his face across building in Washington, D.C., creating a scene reminiscent of Kim Jong-un, North Korea, or Saddam Hussein, Iraq, where the leader image loomed everywhere. Here's more footage showing National Guardsmen just sitting around, seemingly unsure of their purpose and why they have been deployed against in American city. Meanwhile, Donald Trump is visibly unrevealing a bizarre live stream cabinet meeting that inexplicably lasted nearly 4 hours, one of the strongest spectacles I have ever witnessed. Just take a close look at Donald Trump deteriorating hand for a moment. It almost like those times people stare at pancake and say, wait, I think I see Jesus face in there. Okay, zoom in on Trump's hand. Look closely. Does that look like Jeffrey Epstein? Okay, obviously it's not Epstein on Trump's hand, but it almost could be. The real point here is the hand looks like it's literally decomposing. The part is real. The Epson on the hand part is not. But Trump is still covering up the Epson file. The and did you catch this bit of news? Just yesterday, Donald Trump quietly hosted Bill Gates in the Oval Office. Not long that after meeting, Bill Gates announced he had stopped providing funding through the Arabella Group, a official sponsor with ties to some left-leaning organization, effectively pulling his support from charitable groups connected to Arabella. By the way, remember that Bill Gates had multiple meetings with Jeffrey Epstein, which Melinda Gates reportedly cited as one reason for their split. Makes you wonder what Gates and Trump were discussing in the Oval Office. We will just leave that there. Now, about the cabinet meeting. I cover it on the network and then we put together this video breaking down what reality went down and other successful cabinet meeting with their leaders. This kind of thing that would make even North Korea say, oh, you guys went way too far. It's embracing to be an American under the Trump regime when you see stuff like this. It's beyond it's beyond cringe-worthy. We used to laugh at this kind of behavior in other countries, mocking dictators, mocking Saddam Hussein, mocking Kim Jong-un father. Remember the South Park movie 20 years ago, or even the stare in the dictator with such Baron Cohen that was as free American proud to call it authoritarian nonsense. And now this on steroids. It's absolutely disgusting. Watch this clip.
If you all haven't stopped by the Department of Labor, Mr. President, I invite you to see your big, beautiful face on a banner in front of the Department of Labor, because you are really the transformational president of the American worker, along with the American flag and President Roosevelt.
Working for this government, for you, is the greatest honor of my life. I tell it to everybody, and I really do feel that way, and I thank you.
You have breathed life back into the profession of law enforcement. Your respect for law enforcement is so incredible. It's making a difference.
This is just such a great opportunity, really, to recognize your leadership as a true champion for working people. Well, everyone knows there's no stronger advocate for hardworking American families than you.
Mr. President, first of all, thank you for the opportunity to work for you.
Our country has never been so secure thanks to you. You have brought us back from the edge.
And there's only one thing I wish for, that noble committee finally gets its act together and realizes that you are the single finest candidate since this Nobel Award was ever talked about. to receive that reward.
It's pretty great to celebrate Labor Day with Builder, who loves labor. The great Trump projects have come from the very men and women we're going into this weekend to celebrate.
Thank you for saving college football, by the way. We're all very grateful.
And folks, Americans see exactly what's happening. It's an incredible honor to know the network is reaching so many people in so many places. And I know we are not just preaching to cheer, because I hear from folks in deep red state, the reddest part of those states. We are connecting with people all over the world too. Mining towns in Canada, defense industry communities in Australia, across Africa, throughout Europe, you name it. A huge shout out to the network, mighty everywhere. Now, speaking of deep red districts, Democrats have pulled off another huge upset in Iowa Senate District 1, a victory no one thought possible. They flipped a seat in a district Trump carried by 11.5 points in 2024, and they did it by nearly 9 to 10 points in favor of the Democrat. That's really a 20-point swing back to our Democrats. You might remember another Iowa Senate race we reported on the January, where a Democrat won and became Senate Zimmer. With this latest win, Democrats have officially broken the Republican supermajority in the Senate. Major credits goes to Kathleen Dare, who ran an incredible campaign. She is 37-year-old, a leader of an Iowa moms group focused on guy safety of pro-democracy. She is bringing fresh energy and leadership to the Senate. What we are witnessing in Iowa mirrors trending happening nationwide. Democrats are significantly overperforming a special election by an average of 12.7%. 7 point. That means Democrats are outperforming the popular vote by 12 to 15 points, a signal that a major wave could be coming in the midterm. But do not get complacent. Stay focused and keep spreading the words. I have covered countless town halls in the red and purple district, and here's the reality. People are frustrated. They know what's going on. Mega wants to believe everyone is on board with their agenda, but that's not true. Every former Trump voters and political folk are asking, what the hell? What the hell? What are taking away my health care? You cannot just tariff the entire world. Donald, and speaking of tariffs, and they know, maybe even today or tomorrow, we are expecting our federal appeals court to be strike down Trump's global tariff. When that happens, they are gone. And yes, he will try to appeal the Supreme Court. Watch for that ruling. It's coming. Meanwhile, people are struggling with the cost of living. I keep hearing I cannot afford to go out. I cannot buy groceries. I cannot do anything right now. And on the top of that, Trump has made the world far less safe despite bragging about solving 10 wars. No. He did not. He did not. He just desperate for a Nobel Peace Prize. It's bizarre Americans' behavior. But here's the good news. Democrats are winning. We saw it in Iowa. We are seeing overperformance everywhere. The momentum is real. 12.7 points and climbing. Even Trump appointed U.S. District Judge Thomas issued a strong ruling against Donald Trump lawsuit targeting all federal judges in Maryland. Trump had claimed it was so unfair that these judges follow a rule preventing the Democrat Department of Justice from deporting migrants immediately. Unclear. Under the rule, once a migrant file a motion, deportation is passed until the DOJ can show good cause and other hearing take place. Trump urged this process was unconstitutional, and sued every federal judge in Maryland But Judge Cullen was not buying it. This Trump appointed judge essentially said no way, firmly upholding the rule of law and pushing back hard against Donald Trump, a significant and important developments. On Monday, 180 current and a former FEMA staffer sent a letter to Congress and other officials openly protesting the agency leadership and direction, putting their names to it and not hiding behind anonymity. In response, the Trump regime placed them on administrative leave, plans to fire them, effectively getting FEMA. Hat tip to those FEMA employees. We at the network know many of you watch this show and we are proud of the incredible work you are doing. Roughly 180 current and a former FEMA staffer sent a letter Monday to Congress and other officials warning that FEMA current leadership is inexperienced and pursuing an approach that undermines the agency's mission, potentially leading to disasters even worse than Hurricane Katrina. In response to this whistleblowing, despite the fact those employees signed their name publicly, the Trump regime placed them all on administrative leave. And if you want to glimpse into the mindset of these mega Republicans, listen to Virginia GOP gubernatorial candidate wins some share. He says, life is terrible. You came out of the womb, you start crying, and that life for you. Horrible. Life is hard. This sums it up. They views life as meaningless and embrace suffering. This clip says it all. Roll it.
You know, life is going to hit you hard and you have to be prepared for it. You come out of the womb screaming. That ought to be an indication of how things are going to be.
What a bizarre statement from her. But that pure mega thinking. Remember during the height of COVID when millions were dying, they did not care. They claimed to be pro-life, but they are not. They have become the party of death, crime and cult-like extremism. Do not give these dangerous weirdos power over your life. Push back, standing strong, stay united with us. And speaking of authoritarian vibe, here's Donald Trump openly saying that if being a dictator stop crime, then so be it. Watch this clip.
But then he goes on television and says, "Oh, Trump is a dictator. He's a dictator." And a lot of people are so the line is that I'm a dictator, but I stop crime. So a lot of people say, you know, if that's the case, I'd rather have a dictator. But I'm not a dictator. I just know how to stop crime.
Fortunately, leader like Governor Newsom is now stepping up and fighting back with strength and determination. Governor Newsom posted a photo of Donald Trump dressed as a Soviet leader as the Trump regime openly discussed taking control of major industries. They have already seized a significant portion of Intel and now threatening to take over Lockheed Martin and other American companies. This is a state of authoritarianism, state control of industry, what we had called communism under a dictator like Stalin. Trump is channeling Stalin, Hitler, Saddam Hussein, all in one. We need to call this out for what? For what it is. Stand strong and reject this madness. We are American. This is about real freedom.